Hey everyone, it's Sabrina, and I'm going to be putting together April 10 on 10, and I am going again with the 2.5 by 3.5. I did wind up taking a bunch of photos of yoga poses, just trying to capture the day, and then I wound up just making a collage. I was only going to use one, but decided to make a collage. I'm also going to have two flaps because I had like two bathroom photos, and my husband was kind of making a weird face, so I'm like, I don't want that to be a focal photo, so I'm just going to put it underneath. And same thing with the other flap. I preferred the creative girl card over the creative mess because my area was very, very messy. So I'm going to make that into a flap. And I also shrunk down homebody card and self-care card, and so that way they would be the exact measurements that I need. So right here, I am folding over my flap for the creative space card. I also changed the girl's hair in Photoshop Elements, and then I will put together all of the pieces. I did change two of the photos to black and white just because the donut and the makeup were like red and just off colors that I didn't want to include in my spread. So I just went ahead and made them black and white. I'm also going to incorporate the striped paper, and usually when I do striped papers, well, 90% of the time, I do them on the bottom, and it gives a sense of consistency. But this time, I decided to just have it floating almost. And I start off with a piece that is connected or right next to the creative girl space, but later on, I will take that off. I noticed that the photo of my husband and I needed to be trimmed, so I am going to go ahead and trim it, and then I wind up just having to rip it off and trim it with my trimmer. So that is fixed, and now I'm going to add on a few die cuts. I have my story, and then I have self-care, and then I'm going to move on to making the next page, which follows the same format of 2.5 by 3.5. This photo of me is 3.5 by 4.5, and this week was also the Pieces of Me Allie Edwards week, so I did get a good photo of me. I think it was body on the 10 on 10 day, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And then I did another photo in black and white for some consistency, and then I also am going to use a large 4x6 card to document more of the day. I'm going to distress this photo mat just to give it a little more texture and dimension, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on the left side instead of the right side, and then I will just put the photo down, and then the 4x6 card, and of course I'll journal off camera. And then I'm going to add in some die cuts and also some stamping. I wind up deciding to make a cluster or a stack of stamped sentiments and also die cuts, and I'm going to wind up finding space on the other spread to do the same thing. So I stamped "Let's Stay Home," "So Happy to Be Here," and then added in two die cuts of "This Is Me" and "Loving." And over here with the TV show, I did "Cozy Vibes" and "Watching." And then for the card, I added in some more yellow since I needed some yellow, and then another stamped phrase on the 4x6 card. So this is where I take off the striped card. I really wanted to make another stack of die cuts and stamped phrases. So I get out my rubber adhesive and remover, and then I go ahead and erase everything that is all gummy. And then I'm going to take that paper and I chopped it up, and I'm going to add a strip behind my photo. So it's going to be a different design than I've ever done, but that's okay, just with the way that I use the stamped or the striped papers. Okay, so I stamped my happy place, and then "So Happy to Be Here" or something, and then two die cuts. So this similar stack of stamps and die cuts. Also decided to cover the flaps with white paper, and then I can add in some stamping or a die cut. For this one, I did crafting, and then I'm going to stamp my creative mess. I chose red ink. I do have red in the striped paper, but I'm not sure if this creative mess, like stamping it red, worked, but oh well. gonna move on. So I covered this one with some white paper, gonna trim it, and then I think for this one I didn't add any die cuts. I just decided to do some stamping. Everyday delight, because it is so delightful what happens when I try to get photos of my husband and I. I never know what I'm gonna get. So I stamped 2 sentiments and I'm done. So this is 10 on 10 for April, and it's done. I love the colors, and it was just a lot of fun to put together this page. I love it, and it was so fun. And I have a flip up right there, and another one right there, and I added in a bunch of die cuts from this kit. I don't remember the name of the kit off the top of my head, but I will leave a link in the description box if it's still available. I think it's just the digital that is available. So I have this page, and then I have this one. Lots of fun, lots of journaling, and I love this little project for 10 on 10, and it's gonna be so fun to see it at the end of the year. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing this one come to life. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel and wanna keep seeing my videos. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.